Am I live? Am I live? Let's see. Where's my song? I'm not even prepared. I'm not. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for today's live. But I can start with the song, can I? It's been. You know what time it is. I don't even feel like singing. That's how crazy it's been today. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. But I'm not even in the mood. I'm not even in the mood to chat. I'm late. So that's why nobody's coming on. Y'all don't even know I'm on because I'm late. Let me bring it up in here and see if the alerts are working. Because you know how the alerts go too. The alerts will be late. All right, here, where are we at? Yeah, see, it's not even showing on my page that I'm live. It's not even showing. Wow. Now it did. But I'm hoping the alerts work because I don't even see. Let me see. Is my comments working? Oh, I do see somebody on, but I've been having technical. So tonight started off technical difficulties. It started off, Evans, that's what, I'm glad you can make it. That's what I've had like a bad night. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm having parent difficulties. It's been already a night. I'm ready to even go. I'm ready to go, but not now Evans is here. Now that Evans is here, I'm not going. Because I ain't going to do y'all like that. But my alerts, Evans, did you get an alert? Because I even went on my page and it wasn't showing that I'm even live on the thing. So whatever. Oh, Joshua's here too. Well, Joshua's here. Hopefully it's working. And I'll tell y'all before I even start about, I've been looking, y'all, you know, Joshua, have you ever did a recorder, one of those recorders? Well, like in music class with kids these days, like my son had to do it. Did you like Shazam? Anyway, that's what I've been looking for. Like, I'm still looking. Look, I'm looking through my desk because my daughter needs like a recorder for school tomorrow. I didn't get, Evans didn't get the notification, but I read the post this evening. And that's why I was like, I'm even late, huh, Evans? I'm even late because I was supposed to go on 6:15, so I'm even late when it comes to that. Because I was looking for this recorder and I still haven't found it all night. We moved in this house almost a year ago, maybe like 10 months ago. I'm still like not unpacked. Is that terrible? I'm still like half unpacked. Well, maybe like 3/4, but there's still things like packed in boxes somewhere that I just want to go through and get rid of or keep if we need it because it's junk, or like sell it on the marketplaces that they have. All right, let me talk. All right. Ugh, those things is annoying. Shazam is very bae. What is that good? What, Joshua Stark, what is with these youngin' terms? Shazam is very bae. Much fam. Evans, do you know what this is, what the kids are saying these days? What does that mean, Evans? Evans, what does that mean? But yes, of course. By that, I mean, oh, all right. I loved it. Okay, he means he loves it. Look, he's answering my questions for me. Shazam was I mean, I wouldn't say it was like the true. It was like the Captain Marvel before he comes Captain Marvel, because it's still like he has these great powers, but he don't know how to use them at all. So I mean, it wasn't like what Captain Marvel should have been. Like she was just like, bam, she's older, she's grown up, she knows how to work her powers. Like Shazam is still like a kid, so it's not like he's the most powerful. But yeah, I liked it, enjoy it. Maybe you have a ghost in your house. Evans, don't mess with me like this. You know, Evans, don't even be up on here thinking you know me and how I'm scary movies, and then you're gonna put that in my head, Evans. You know how I am. You're gonna put that in my head. I have a ghost in my house. You're gonna put that up in my head, Evans. All right, where am I at? My best friend had a recorder, made me want to lose my ears. It's terrible. I just see how different each generation is, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's true. It had good characters. But did you read my title for tonight? Oh, well, and if you done read, should I wait till some more? Like, it's only two of y'all here. That's what I'm saying. It's not getting alerts. Let me even see if it comes up. I don't even know. Should I go ahead and share my story, though, if you saw my thing tonight? Should I go ahead and share my story about did you see the title of my life? Number one. Did you see Evans? I'm ready to tell you the story, Evans. I am ready to tell you the story. I don't know. Send it. What is it? What? I don't know what he's talking about. Send it. Anyway, if you're following along with everything y'all done seen, me, Tessa, the other Geekly girls, we were at the Star Wars celebration, like from Thursday. Oh, I was exhausted from last Thursday to Sunday. We was at the nonstop at panels. We would attend panels. Then when we come back, like right after the panel's done and get the information out, like you have to be like live on it. You have to be like, boom, attend this. I'm sending out the information, like writing blog posts and giving up. I was exhausted. I came back, I was exhausted. But so much happened. And one of the things that happened was I met Cameron. I don't know his last name. I didn't even know his first name. Y'all know how I forget names. I didn't even remember his first name. I was like, that's the guy. This is where all right, I'll start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning. We're all sitting there one evening, and this was after the panels, like, you know, panels are done. You got your posts out. Like in the evening, it's pretty free. Like, so we're sitting there, like a group of us. This guy over here writes for or works on the Collider, like hanging out with this guy. And I didn't know what the Collider was before this either. So we're hanging out with one of the guys on there. We're hanging out with people like over here, Screen Rant. And y'all know I'm you know me, I'm the talker. So I'm like, let's do this, da da da. So like I'm loud anyway. And these guys, I mean, they're all professional, but they're just like, who is this crazy girl? Tim Raven's here. I don't like that he changed his name. Anyway, we're all hanging out in the evening after a full days of panels and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there and I just see somebody walk, because it's in the lobby of the hotel, but it's kind of in the dining area. They have like a little place off to the side. So we're sitting in that little area, but the lobby is like right here. And I spotted him. I was like, I followed him. Like, you know, like you recognize the person, and I just start looking, and I followed him till he walked past there. And I was like, I was like, and I looked over to the people hang out, and Tessa was there, and y'all know Tessa, and the Geekly Amira and Tanya was there, and some other people from all those places I've named. And I looked to one and I said, I think I just saw the Gotham guy. And number one, I would not be as confident. Like if I had just seen him, I wouldn't be as confident in myself. I'd be like, well, maybe I didn't see him, because y'all know how I get stuff wrong. And I don't know his name. Maybe I got him from the wrong thing, you know, like all this stuff. But the one guy goes, oh yeah. I'm like, I think I just seen the Gotham guy. And he's like, oh no, that was him. I was like, you think? And he's like if wasn't him, that was like the identical him. And I was like, oh no, I don't stop it. That's my chance. Like Tessa was sitting right here next to me. She'll verify this. She will verify this. She was sitting right next to me, and I was like, Tessa, move! So I like take off. Y'all never see me take off this fast. I'll never approach him. Oh, Joshua, I'm a red carpet expert. I'm a red carpet selfie getting queen expert. Don't approach them, Joshua. I go up to them like, I'm like, we know what this is. I go to them. I get my selfies. So I push Tess out the way. She's following behind, but she's like, I never seen. I was darting past people. I saw this group of people start walking like towards him. I dart around there, and I was like, and he was right here, and this was me. I was just like, boom. He like turns around. There I am. There I am. Let me finish what he's saying. Hey, you Liam Neeson, and she turns around and was like, say what again? Oh. I'm probably one of the few actors right now in Hollywood that is talented. That's true. First, Shameless. I've been loving him since Shameless. Ian on Shameless. Gotham. Well, no, Evans. Let me tell you something. Evans, we'll get to this Fallen Order because listen to this. So he was at the Star Wars celebration, right? Like I spotted him there. I chased him, and I was right here with him. And he turned around, and he was just the nicest person in the world. Like I was like, can I get a picture with you? Whatever. He's like, oh, I can't. Like I'm under contract that I can't take like selfies and blah, blah, blah. But he took my hand with both of his hands. Tessa will verify. Tessa will verify this. He took my hand with both of his hands in like a tenderly way. And I was just like, I just love you. When I saw you, my heart, I had to rush all over here. My heart was racing. You're just the most talented. I don't remember what I said. But I knew some part up in there. I said something like, I just saw you. My heart started racing. I knew that was in somewhere. I don't remember what the rest I said. That was somewhere in there. And Tessa, to ask her, like, if y'all don't believe me, I will verify it. You can ask her. All this happened because she was behind me. Like, she was waiting. And she said the other group I zoomed around, like, had already left because they heard, like, he won't take a picture or whatever. But, and he was just like, thank you. Like, he was so nice. Just thank you. Like, not even just saying the nice. Looking in the eye, like that contact, just like sincere. He's just like, thank you. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. Tessa could probably tell you because she heard him. Like she heard the guy. That's how close she was. And so he had to go. So he like left with his handler person and they went off in the car. And I turned around and I was like, Tessa, did you see? She's like, I saw it all. Yes. I said, did you see both hands? She was like, yes. I was like, oh my God. So we went back to the table to tell everybody. All right, hold on. Let me see what Joshua. That's not the only time that happened. There was a guy in Target that was like, are you Robert Down Jr.? And once again, it was a woman. Oh, no. If it was just me, I wouldn't be as confident. But other people spotted him too. Are you satisfied with the year summers? There was a lot of things beside episode. Looking forward to Mandalorian, but I don't understand. It's Boba Fett. Okay. We'll get to that because we got to finish my story. This ain't even done. Because I went back to the table. I was like, that was him. That was the Gotham guy. I still don't remember his name at that time. Y'all know how I am with names. Y'all know how I am with names. Heavy Duty Smokes. You came in the middle of my story. But y'all know how I am with names. I don't remember names. I was just like, that. I don't go up to him and say, you're the Gotham Joker. I don't do that. I pretend like I know their names. I'll be like, oh, I just love, like, and if someone tells me their names, like if I'm on the red carpet and they're like, that's so-and-so, so I know their name, I'll be like, hey, when I knew it, like some of them name, like, what I get selfies with last, that Sarah, I was like, Sarah. So I'll say it if I know it, but I pretend like I know it. I don't say it like that. But we went back to the table and we told him what happened. Tess was there. Yes, he was so nice. Like he was the most sincere person, sweet and nice. But they tried to burst my bubble with it. The table was like, what kind of contract he has? Don't take selfies. I was like, that's true. And someone was like, yeah, have you ever seen him like in a picture with like a selfie with anybody? And I was like, no. He's like, he probably just didn't want to take. I was like, but he was still so nice. Y'all making it seem like he was like, oh, I could, but I won't. They're like, he wasn't under no contract. And I'm like, why is he on Star Wars Celebration? And I was like, why is he here? And then the other guy out, like that was there, and he's from Chicago. He was like convincing me. He was like, oh, he's here filming Shameless. I was like, well, Shameless is based in Chicago, so that could be right. They're like, oh yeah, he's here filming that. And he's like, oh, my brother, he builds sets. he like builds the sets and stuff. And I know he was working on some of the Shameless. So they had me totally convinced that he just wouldn't take a picture with me. But I was like, that don't make sense because he seems so nice, you know? But they had me convinced. They had like bursted my bubble. It wasn't completely because I still, Gotham's Joe, Ian from Shameless, Jerome, whatever his name is that day, Joker from Gotham, like tenderly held my hand. So I was like, no, that still happened. Even though he wouldn't take a selfie for me to like prove it, still happened. I still got witnesses. Tessa witnessed it all, every single bit. So that my bubble wasn't bursted completely, but a little bit because I was like, he wouldn't take a picture with me until the next day. Right, Ethan? Tell him. Until the next day because they had the Fallen Order game panel. They had the big panel, the Fallen Order panel. And he would, like, I didn't go to it. Tessa went to it, Amir went to it. I was like, I'm not into video games that much. I didn't care. Video games, I know y'all love that. I'm just not into them. I'm not into video games. But I like watching some of it. But they make me sick. Anyway, he was the big reveal. Like the new character. It looks like him. Like he is the new big reveal for the Fallen Order game. Start with the Fallen Order. So they were like, because you know Marco Polo. They were like videoing it. Marco Polo me like, look, he's here. That's why he's here. He was under contract because they couldn't, since he was the big reveal, they couldn't have him taking pictures with people around there, like, and tweeting it out and stuff. And it would be like, oh, what's he there for? You know, the Fallen Order thing. Like it would get out. So they were like, oh, he is under contract. And so I'm just going to say, Gotham's Joker. All right, Cameron, if you're listening out there, you owe me a picture because it's over. You should have been like, I know, but he still should have been like, can't take a picture now. After something at tomorrow, I'll meet you down here. Like he should have went out his way to get a picture. But I'm just saying. Let me read comments. Heavy duty smokes. Seriously, I didn't know I was misspelling Tanya's name. You're totally right, but that's the right way to spell it. That's the right way to spell it. I thought his name was Jerome. Oh yeah, that's it. He voices a guy in a video game. Fallen Order. Joshua, where you been? I don't care so much about the gameplay. I'm just there for the story. Okay. Last year when there was a shooting far from home in Venice, I was there, holiday girl. I went to this cafe and guess who was standing right next to Oh, did you talk to him? Evans, did you talk to him? My name is Connor. Yeah, Joshua. I start getting lost what Joshua was saying sometimes. Evans, I would have totally went up to him. But if he had bodyguards there, like you couldn't be got, like they wouldn't even let you get close. Like sometimes, and those are ones I'm like, there's those bougie actors. You know who does it a lot? Bodyguards, like won't let them get close. Benedict Cumberbuns. Well, you know who, Dr. Strange. I saw him a couple times on carpets. Not on carpets and after parties. Even in the after parties, he'll have his little section blocked off. The bodyguard people, right? Like not letting people. That's why with after parties, you got to get there fast and early before like all the friends show up, and you got to get those. You got to get those pictures early at after parties. But yeah, some of them are bougie like that, and have their bodyguards. And Tom Holland had bodyguards. I mean, I could see like people really like spotting and wanting to get his picture. I just said hi. Shame, Amanda. Shame. Not what? What are you shaming me for? What'd I do? What'd I do? We have big news tomorrow. I can't speak on my own my own secrets. Speak of my own secrets. There's a secret being revealed tomorrow. There is. It's on the Geekly Show. It'll be revealed tomorrow. And it has to do. I want to talk about it. It's hard. No, I can't talk about it till tomorrow. But we're doing it live on Facebook. But are y'all following the Geekly Show on YouTube? Because we always post the episodes there. Right? We always post the episodes, but we're doing a special episode because we do it live first on Facebook. But then we always go because it gives us the little recording of the live. So we always post it on the Geekly Show YouTube. I'm just saying tomorrow, you should watch it because there's an announcement and it might involve all the people that'll be on there. And it's something big that we're gonna make this. I can't tell you, but I want to. All right, what'd I miss? Okay. No shame on me, Amanda. I could have asked for some sport. No, we're not going to talk about these spoilers. There was the leaked footage. I heard it was real. It was real leaked footage of Endgame. But I stayed far away from. I don't even want to hear it. Y'all come in here and tell me some spoilers that if you've seen it and come and tell me some stuff, we will not be friends ever again. Never again. Y'all come up in here. Any of my subscribers would ever come up in here, and tell me stuff. If they watch it and come and tell me spoilers, we could never be friends again. I would block. I would never be your friend again. I would never say your name or think your name. None of that. It would end forever and ever. That was my disclaimer. I want to meet Brie Larson and say she's the next Tom Cruise. Okay. You're going to the Endgame premiere. It's so obvious. What, Evans? Why do you say that? Why do you say it's so obvious, Evans? Oh, wait, no, that was Joshua. Joshua, why do you say that so? That was so. I can't say nothing, Joshua. Nothing. So Tom Cruise didn't win an Oscar. Oh, snap. Oh, Evan, snap it in your face. True that. And I'm not even the biggest fan of her, but dang, Evans, dropping it like it's hot, the mic. Josh, Evans, though I'm talking about that thing with Chris Hemsworth. Have you seen it? I loved her in Room 2. I did too. Yep, I told it to Tessa and you too. What thing, Chris Hemsworth? This better not be no spoilers. I told Terrence to be careful. Wait, what? What are y'all talking about? I have 9 days to Endgame. I'm doing my best to avoid spoilers. Tribute maker, right here. I would never be friends again. Never. Careful with the Endgame leaks. Yes. So Amanda, back to the topic. Are you satisfied? Yes. Star Wars Celebration. Tell me more. So I like Star Wars. Like, I can't say I love Star Wars because these people that attend this thing love Star Wars. You know, I thought I loved Star Wars, but then I go to this thing and I'm like, oh, I don't love Star Wars like they love Star Wars. I do not love Star Wars like these people. I thought I loved Star Wars. No, these people love Star Wars. I like Star Wars a lot. But you know, this is the thing. Star Wars, you know how me and Star Wars can't get along because I don't remember things. And Star Wars, you have so much to remember. These people, Star Wars lovers have to have the best memories in the whole wide world. To remember names of people and where they're from and who's that's daddy and who's this. They have to have the best memories in the whole world. You know that. But it was so neat being there. to be around the fans there that love Star Wars like that and attend these panels, and they're getting like all the inside information. And then seeing, all right, first, yes, episode 9. Like they just, and how they do it up for the fans to attend this stuff, how they do it up. The panels, like they bring out, all the people from it, but they just make it special. They do. They even have it hosted by like famous people. Like the Star Wars episode 9, the Rise of Skywalker thing, that was hosted by Stephen Colbert. That was hosted by Steven. Like they bring out, and then we went to the Galaxy's Edge thing, the new theme thing in Disneyland, the Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They had Josh Gad up in there. Josh Gad up in there hosting that. So they bring out these famous people, do it up. And then you see these trailers. You're like the first ever. Well, that's why I didn't realize. I was like the Star Wars episode 9. They live streamed that trailer. They live streamed that trailer. And I was like, well, we're watching it with everybody else. That ain't special. I wanted to be special. But it was still neat. It was still neat to like watch this with like these number one loving Star Wars, and they in their costumes. And they just, I loved it. They were just wearing their Star Wars love with pride. And to be in there watching this trailer with these hardcore fans, it was just neat. I loved it. It was fun. And I'm just cheering with them, and I'm learning stuff. Like that girl on the panel. What's her name? She plays Rose. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Rose, I think. She's I guess, so she's a new character from episode 8. But I guess like online, all the fans like hated her. They hate her. They like tormented her online, apparently. I didn't know this till after. I just thought when she came out, like so she had to go to counseling. That's how bad like the haters just hated on her. They didn't like her character. Shouldn't be in Star Wars. They think like she's everything bad about her. And they went online and let her know. And she like had to quit social medias and go to these counseling stuff and like barricade, like black out. I mean, it was bad. And so all that happened. So she was on this panel. I just thought people loved her character. Like she came out on stage and they were standing. And this guy right next to me, he was up clapping. Yeah, yes. And I was like, you really a fan of hers, huh? Little did I realize, like I was like, you a fan, huh? And he's like, yes, yeah. And little did I realize that it was like everybody gave her a standing ovation because like they were basically half of them there was the ones that were hating on her too on social media, like talking about her and this and that. So I guess pretty much they like gave her a standing ovation, pretty much telling her like they're sorry. They're just like, oh, where am I at? Chris Hem. All right. So the interview mentioned own stunts. She's going to be the next. All right. Tell me the truth. When Ian appeared Palatine, you passed out. Oh, for real. That was neat. That was so. Did you watch any of the live stream, Evans? Did you watch any of that live stream? Because it was so you watch the teaser and everybody's going crazy. And then you just hear it first. You just hear his voice first. Roll it again. And people were like it. And then they show him and you're just like, and everybody was like, what? It was, didn't Tessa put a little clip of it? And I think it was in my teaser or in my reaction to it, to the trailer reaction, because I reacted twice. Like I just did the whole thing. I was like, let's do it again. And it has his little clip. Roll it again. Mm-hmm. That it was neat, him coming out. And people were just going crazy from that. And then Brie. Oh, he's still talking about Brie. Oh, Lord. We over Brie. We done talking about Brie. We done. Rose. She wasn't the best, but you can tell she was having fun. That made me happy. Oh yeah, Kelly Marie. That's her name. I know. I was hoping Adam Driver was there. Or yeah, I mean Mark Hamill won't really. I mean, because he died, right? Like he's like he'll probably come back as like a Yoda type, right? He'll be like that, but he's not like a main. But yeah, Daisy was there, but I was hoping Adam Driver would be there. But they was talking about him like Daisy was talking. She was talking like making little innuendos, kind of just like he's a big man, and people were just like, "Woo!" and they were like, "We know what you talk about, Daisy." So for him, I would like to seen him there reacting to some of that. That would have been good. The majority didn't like her. The majority didn't like any of the women. Episode 8, thanks to this was even another thing. So they gave that Kelly Marie a standing ovation. It didn't end there though, because even on the panel, J.J. Abrams was there, and they asked him like something like, They asked him, they were like, "What was the best thing you think came out of 8?" Like, because he's taken back, right? The other guy directed 8. He directed the Force Awakens, but he's doing this one, and they asked him something like, "What was the best thing?" Something like the best thing that you're glad happened in 8, or the guy who directed it did for the movie that you can take on to episode 9, something like that. It was something like that. But he said, he's like, the best thing to come out of episode 8 from him that I can think about is hiring that Rose, that character, hired her and that character. So right there, he was saying like he gave his own little gesture to her. And then everybody was like, oh, and she started crying. So not only did the place like give her due, like, respect and all that she, even J.J. Abrams did. And that was so sweet. That was so sweet. I was just like, oh, I was. And that was special. I thought that was sweet, like on the stage. But then after I heard the story, this was after the panel, I didn't even hear the story. So then I started looking back. I was like, oh, I wish I would have known that. I might have started crying if I knew that. Maybe it's good I didn't. Maybe it's good that I didn't. Nah, the majority, yeah. Adam Driver is sexy as heck. Yeah, he is. Yes, I watched a live stream when the Emperor laughed at the end of the trailer. I was like, no, Abrams. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Actually, I finished before I stopped talking about it. You just get to the comment ages after it would be relevant. Kelly Marie Tran was cool. And they're having fun. See, I'm caught up, Joshua. And from Agnes, episode 8 was the best, but her character was written like garbage. I liked Return of People. So many there, like, it was like one of those things like they judged you by if you liked episode 8. You were asked it a lot. Like people like, oh, episode 8. Like some people like hated, and some people I was like, I liked Return of the Jedi. I didn't have no problems with it. I thought it was an enjoyable movie. I liked it. It was those hardcore ones, like that's how they judge it, like, oh, you ain't a hardcore fan. I'm like, sorry. Like you're not a hardcore fan. You liked episode 8. They were judgy. It was still fun. It was still fun because I mean, you can you're walking around the place and everybody's in their costume. Did y'all see on my Instagram? And I was dancing with like Kylo Ren. They were like Kylo Ren was some dressed up as Kylo Ren. He's making music videos, and then I see him the next day. I was like, let's drive a beat, and we was dancing and singing. And everywhere you go, they're dressed in costumes, and I'm just like, these are my people. I love it. Why can't we do this in everyday life? Just dress in costumes. Why can't we make everyday life just fun like this all the time? I would love to dress in costumes all the time. That would be fun. That would be a fun life. Like, what costume am I gonna wear today? I don't hate any Star Wars. I just have a problem with some of them. Episode 8 is probably one of the best Star Wars movies, but closed minds don't understand. Oh, see? Evans knows. I loved 8. See, I did too. I thought it was great. But it was some of those, though, out there that they think the hardcore ones that, it's supposed to be like this and this happened, like they nitpick it, like, because they don't think it should end certain ways. But too bad. or certain things happen. But I'm excited for this. After seeing that trailer, I'm so excited for this. And so many questions, right? Just like Endgame next week. Y'all better watch the weekly show tomorrow. Anyway, then, you want to talk about, so then we went to like the Galaxy's Edge. And see, I'm all about that stuff too. Because the rides, like I love me some rides. And there's like 2 new rides. And that Star Wars world, that Star Wars world is going to be crazy. That Star Wars, how do we get to me meeting him? And I'm talking all about Star Wars Celebration. That's all right. Because it was fun. So that Star Wars world where they're going to have at Disneyland and Disney World, it's going to be like identical. But they're making it like a whole world. Like they're not playing around. They're like taking, you know what they're taking? It reminds me of, I've been to the Harry Potter at Universal. How they make that a whole world. You get the butterbeers. You go around the place and you can buy special wands and you can activate things in the park. Plus they have the rides, the fun rides. They making the Star Wars world like that. You're going to be like, it's going to be like a world with like smugglers and all this. You can download apps and like translate things and go to crates and scan them. And you can pick a when you go in, you pick a dark side or the light side, and whoever like the most dark and do missions, like the whole thing is just gonna be like you're in a Star Wars world. You have lightsabers made for you. Then you got the rides. They got the smugglers ride, and you ride the Millennium Falcon, and you could be like different parts. Like you can either be the pilot, or you can be like engineers. Because if you crash, they have the engineer. Like I was like, they don't play with this. They are not playing with this. Then they have the gunners because you got to fight people. So you each have like a part. Like you feel like you in Star Wars, it seems like after this Galaxy's Edge. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. To be honest, understand the importance of film. Oh, yeah. Yoda burning the Jedi bros. People don't understand the meaning of that scene. Evans, the Yoda scene was amazing. That scene was amazing. My favorite part of episode 8. I mean, I liked it. I liked episode 8 a lot. But those hardcore fans, some of them don't. But anyway, that Galaxy's Edge is going to be at the Disneyland. Like, you're going to feel like you're in Star. And they have another ride, but that comes out later. And it's like Rise of the Resistance. And I think you're like trying to just get away from, the bad guys. Who are the rebels? No, the First Order. First Order! See, I know. But then you asked about The Mandalorian. I was not as excited about The Mandalorian until I seen this trailer, y'all. And some of it was leaked. But what I saw that was leaked was, so this is one they didn't. They cut off the live streams for it, right? And they cut off the live streams twice because they were like, here's some footage. And that part was leaked when they show a little footage and stuff. And you're just like, oh, I saw that part leaked. But then at the end, they were like, okay, bye. And they were like, oh, wait, we're showing you more. And that part was not leaked. And we saw like a whole, maybe it was. I just hadn't seen it. Because when I saw that stuff was leaked, I was like, oh, that's just the footage. Like, that's just that one footage. But when they showed, like, did y'all see like the whole scene? Did you see that? Because I don't think that part was leaked. I haven't seen it. But y'all know you leak stuff better than me. But yeah, they showed like a whole scene of The Mandalorian. And they got the guy from Apollo from, what is his name? Is it Carl Weathers? Is that his name? The guy who plays Apollo? So he's in it. Then they got the Pedro Pascal guy, the guy from Game of Thrones. You remember him from Game of Thrones? When he fought the mountain from like Dorne or whatever? Like he was from, remember? And he was like the playboy. That guy is playing the Mandalorian. So right there, I was like, oh, they're in it? And just watching it, it looked good. That scene, plus then they showed like a little trailer for upcoming. It looked good, y'all. It looked so good. Oh, wait. Yes, it leaked too. Oh, so both of them got leaked? So you saw, Evans, did you see that whole scene? Because that was so good. I mean, it was not, it's easy to get leaked there. It's like a whole arena. They have the people coming up and down the stairs. Turn off your stuff. Turn off. Blah, blah. But people, I'm sure people like was recording that and it got leaked somehow. I was like, I'm sure. I haven't seen Solo yet, Evans. I haven't. I know. I just heard it was bad, and I love Han Solo. He's one of my favorites. Him and Princess Leia. I like the OGs, even Luke. And I heard it was bad, and then I was like, I don't want that to ruin it for me. And I never watched it, but everybody's saying, no, you should watch Solo. It's good. It's good. So I'm thinking I might before episode 9. I'm still thinking about it. I got to before episode 9. All right. However, most of Luke's character, if you watch the Clone Wars, you're hyped as heck. Well, I've watched the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. I actually went to the press junket for Star Wars Rebels, and that's why I was recognizing people that was there. I was like, I know them. I've interviewed them from Star Wars Rebels. Because when I went and did that, I interviewed Freddie Prinze Jr., but then they had that one girl. Is it like Tia? No, Taika. That's the robot, right? Tia, she's from the Rebels. What is her name? But then they had a girl named Vanessa, and she was there, and she was the older one girl in the Rebels. And Tia, I don't remember their names. But I interviewed people, so I recognize them. But I watched Rebels. I like Rebels better than Clone Wars. I'm one of those people. People were asking me that. Oh, what you like? I'm like, I like Rebels. And some of them were like, oh, I like Clone Wars and this. I didn't, but my husband watched it. And he made me watch it with him. And I was just like, I don't really like Clone Wars. But I did like Rebels. But The Mandalorian's live action. That's what I like. That's why I don't get into these too much, because when it starts getting animated, I'm just like, But live action, I'm all about. I'm iffy with the animated. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes it don't work for me. I'm iffy like this. So The Mandalorian being live action, it looks so good. All right, where am I at? I'm hyped as F. Yes, AF. Shrek has been confirmed. All right. Yes. SpongeBob. Why are you getting like Muppets, Joshua, with this random stuff? Perry's here. Perry. Did you see every episode of Clone Wars? I did, but I'm gonna tell you, I was in and out. I would start paying attention. I was there, but I was doing other stuff, and then I would zone out of it some. So it's not like I sat through them all. I didn't pay attention very good to them all. I didn't. Man, let's be honest. All right. If we look at the original, good movie is Empire. Oh, yeah. A New Hope 2, Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back was the best. 100%. 100%. And then A New Hope 2, Return of the Jedi was mediocre in my opinion. Yeah, it was for me. It probably went the same. It was probably Empire Strikes Back, number 1, A New Hope, and then Return of the Jedi. Probably the same trilogy. Yeah. How are you? Oh, I love you, Perry. I'm good. Return of the Jedi wasn't the best. However, it did finish Luke's character arc. Yeah, but still, it was just it wasn't the best. Revenge of the Sith was the best in my opinion. I don't like the first 3. I definitely didn't like the first one. I didn't like the first 3 though much at all. I've watched them, and I'm probably only watched them a couple times, and I own them because I love Star Wars. I do. All right, no, remember, because those people love Star Wars. I don't love it that much, but I like it a lot, Star Wars, so I own them. I had my kids watch them. I was like, y'all gotta watch Star Wars. I had to teach them Star Wars, so they watched them, and I watched it before, So I watched it a handful of times, the first 3. When I rewatched it with them, I watched it when they came out, blah, blah, blah. But it just wasn't good at all. I just remember the first one was probably the worst, and then the other 2, I was just like, oh, they're still bad. Not as bad as that first one, maybe. But anyway. I know it's off topic, and I'm sorry, but I watched accidentally. Spoilers. Evans. When I was at Star Wars Celebration, the guy was sitting to, because I make friends with everybody. I just start talking, and we just start talking about stuff and get to know. I make friends with everybody. So I made friends with the guy sitting over here, and he writes for like the Screen Rant, one of those things, or he does video form or something. And we was talking, and he was telling me, like, we're talking about Endgame, maybe something I'm doing with Endgame in the future. I don't know. But he was talking about, because he lives in LA, and then he went to the little press junket for Endgame that they had. They had a little press junket, interviewed, and they got this watch. He was telling me they got to watch like 20 minutes of footage. It was like a scene, but then like other bits of the other scenes in it, like, like it would skip around different other little scenes. And he was telling me about it, and he's like, I was like, was it good? He was like, oh yeah, it was so good. He's like, I'm like, don't tell me nothing. We ain't gonna be friends. I gave him the whole speech I give y'all. No, I don't want to want not one detail. So I was pretty sure that the stuff that was leaked that I saw, and I heard it was around like 20 minutes of footage that was leaked. I was like, I bet it was from that, because that's the only other time an audience has even looked at any of it, was at that junket. I mean, they have their own private screens with the stars and stuff like that, and they wouldn't, like, they sign like their life away not to reveal secrets. I'm sure that Hulk guy had to pay a lot. Didn't he like spill stuff before? Like, yeah, so they're not doing that. But I'm sure it happened at that press screening. Somebody did it and leaked the footage. But no, he saw it. So he was like, yeah, it was good. And that's how I knew, like, I kind of knew it was real when I heard it, because when they said like 20, I was like, it was from that. Because the first full movie screening won't be like the audience, and won't be till the premiere night. The first full screening, and won't be to the premiere night. So I bet it was from that. But I heard, like, he wouldn't tell me nothing. I wouldn't let him tell me nothing. But he was just like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. He said the same. Evans. All right. Auntie Amanda, when did they say the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game is coming out? Oh, I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to that one. I should have went to that one. I didn't go to that panel because I was just like, I don't care about knowing about the Fallen Order stuff. I should have went to that panel, because then my camera guy, I could be like, Karen, you help me that picture. All right, it's over. Anakin, I have a high ground. You understand my power. You underestimate my power. You're going to the Joshua. I'm not saying nothing. Muppets is here. Muppets tweeted me earlier, and I didn't get to look, but it was something from Twitch, and I will still have to look at it. Muppets. I haven't looked at it yet. It's been a busy day. I've been busy. Y'all saw, trying to find recorders and my kids. I still have to feed them dinner. It's been a busy day. I loved you, Anakin. You were supposed to be the chosen one, or at least a press junket. Hello. Tim Raven's back. Muppets, is it true that Shrek has, seems there was a private screening in Saudi Arabia? Really? It was in Saudi Arabia? I would have guessed it was from that. It was in Saudi Arabia? Really? Maybe they just, are you sure? Did you hear it in the background? Like, boy, how did you know? How do you know this, Evans? You were going, I knew it. I didn't say nothing, Joshua. Why do you just keep assuming things? What I'm doing, what my big announcement is, I'm not telling nothing, no hints. No hints. You do. And you just think I'm going to be, how, do you know how hard it is to get premiere tickets for this? I heard all kind of people were turned down. I heard usually for premiere tickets, like, they give, and you can bring a guest and all that stuff. I heard even like the big press people and all that, and some of the like they even gave them tickets, and they're like, yeah, no guests, no plus ones, all kind of people, like, and half the press they turned down, like good big press. They were like, we don't have space. So Evan or Joshua, why do you think like, you just assume that's what it is all I'm saying. You just assume, you keep guessing. I'm not giving hints. I'm not. I just said we have a big announcement. Pancake wobble dobby sock. I love video games. What's wrong? I know, Joshua. Tessa would know. Ask Tessa. She was all into that panel. Tessa knows. You got somebody that knows the details. November 15th? That's 2 days before my birthday. My birthday's November 17th. I think Jedi. All right, November 15th. It's amazing. I'll have to check. I'm telling you, Muppets, I will check it out. You're the best loving camera, real life Auntie ever. Auntie. Oh, Perry, thank you. Facial expressions. I bet one whole dollar you're going. You know how I know? Because money isn't a factor if you're invited. What, a whole dollar? All right. I will bet you. No, I don't bet. I don't bet. Joshua, isn't it? No, I don't bet. Edit name, hi. I talked to a guy that works for the newspaper that has an insider at Disney Italy. Oh, and he's the one who said that? That's crazy. Well, and you know how I knew it was fake too is because they were taking it down fast, right? Like that's how you know it's real too. Like, oh, it got taken down. That was real footage. And you're like, oh yeah, that was real. So you know when it gets taken down like that, that was some real footage leaked. But that was the thing too. If it's the same 20 minutes that this guy, because I was contemplating it, like I was tempted for a second there. I was like, tell me, all right, maybe tell me a little. And then I was like, no. I was like, no temptation. No temptation. But I was like, because I was asking, I was like, if you tell me a little, would it spoil anything? He's like, nah, not really. Like he didn't think it would spoil that much. So I was like, well, if it's that same footage that he was saying it wasn't spoiled too much, you know. But I was strong. I told him no. I was like, don't tell me. All right, where am I at? Your birthday is the same week as Disney Plus. Yay, Disney Plus! And the Mandalorian Disney Plus is going to be like out right away. It's out in November also. So that was another thing. I'm like, it's going to be one of the first shows on Disney Plus. That's going to do well. And then Disney Plus is only $6.99 a month. That's like half the price of Netflix. I'm definitely getting it. Because I know some other movies and shows that's coming out on it too. Mm-hmm. All right. And there's my mother. I'm a bet man. I don't bet. Avengers Endgame comes out next week. I know, Perry. The fact that they're not in the 20 minutes. The fact that is that they're not the 20 minutes. It's the ending. Is it the ending? Oh, I don't think it's the same then. That he was saying. Because he didn't say it was the ending. That guy who did. So it might have been totally different. It might have been totally different than I thought it would be. I thought it was the same footage that he saw. Because he didn't say it was the ending. He was like, it's kind of the beginning and like skips through. Oh, then I definitely don't want to. I will kill someone. Now, I wouldn't even just be your friend. I would get stabby and stab one of y'all. I'll cut you. You'll tell me the ending. Nobody better come up in here and say no spoilers like that. I get stabby with that. If it was the ending, oh no. Mm-mm. See, Joshua saw. I thought it was the beginning too. That's what I had heard. Well, the guy told me it was like the beginning. New Phineas and Ferb movie. So excited, stoked. No, they spoiled the major part of the movie. I loved your reaction to D. Thank you, Perry. Thank you for telling me too. I had seen it popped up and I was like, like I was just like, oh, I made a lot of videos today and worked and I'm looking for this and that. But I was like, and Perry's like, do the reaction to that. I was like, you know what, Perry? I should. And I will for you. And I'm glad. I'm glad I checked out the Swamp Thing. It was just that little it was only 40 seconds. I was like, I can do that fast. And it looks creepy. I never was into this one. And then he's got these red eyes. But I'm going to watch it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it. Because I've been loving what's coming out DC Universe. Like the DC. I love Doom Patrol. And that Swamp Thing's supposed to be, what is it, produced by that Juan guy, right? On top of it? I'm going to check it out. All right, where am I at? Because I gotta get dinner for my kids. I got to go soon. All right. They spoil the major part. Yeah, not spoil anything. Only that I'll say, don't trust no Russo trailers. You thinking the Russos put that out? Is that what you're thinking? You think they go to that far? You think Disney would like freak out and like take down stuff fast, the videos, if that was fake? Squash banana. That is why I love it. Oh, thank you, Perry. You're so sweet. By the way, my hero, Joshua Stark. You start sending me this animated stuff and I don't know nothing about it. That's it. You want me to watch Broly's and I know nothing about the Or it's not even the Dragon Ball Z's. Almost said the Pokemon's. All right, y'all. You heard my story of when I met the Joker guy. If you haven't, you can rewatch the beginning. I told the whole story. It's worth the watch. Tell them, Evans, is that not worth the watch? But now I gotta go. And we had a good chat, and I missed y'all. But tomorrow, look on the Geekly page, the big announcement. That's coming up. Something's happening. So y'all make sure, check it out. And it'll be up early. So we're going live at like 9:30 my time. So it'll be up by noon. It'll be up by noon on the Geekly's YouTube. So y'all make sure, check it out to see what me, Tessa, Tanya, Sarah, Amira, no. Amira won't be able to be in this announcement because she's going to a big conference and all this stuff. But make sure to check out big announcement on the Geekly Show. Fail. That's true. But I knew about Karate Kid, Joshua. Look, you can make me stay and argue. I already knew about Karate Kid. I done watch all those Karate Kids movies. So it wasn't like I was totally oblivious. I knew Johnny. I knew Daniel-san. I knew Mr. Miyagi. I knew all them. That's different. Now I'm going. I got to go. All right? Bye, y'all. And check it tomorrow and comment. Because when y'all see it, you better tell me. Just comment so I can read it on the Geeklies. Bye, y'all.